Sam's Clubs or any Murphy gas station for life, okay? So it is a life ban from Walmart.
Who's issuing that?
What?
Who's issuing that?
Walmart is.
Walmart has permanently banned TikTok influencer Damon Darling, and it was all because he was paying for random customers' groceries. Damon became popular because he often filmed videos inside Walmart where he helped strangers. He would randomly approach shoppers and pay for their groceries. Those videos gained him a huge amount of attention online. But when Damon returned to Walmart to once again pay for random customers' purchases, an employee suddenly told him that he was no longer allowed inside Walmart. He and the person with him were issued official trespass warnings, and the ban didn't apply to just one store. They were told they could no longer enter any Walmart, Sam's Club, or even Murphy gas station for life. However, despite the lifetime ban, Damon did not encourage his followers to boycott Walmart. Instead, he said he would respect Walmart's decision, would no longer return to film there, and did not want anyone to stop shopping at Walmart because of what happened. He said that he made these videos just to bring happiness and kindness to others, and he did not want the situation to turn into more arguments and negative emotions. Do you think Walmart's decision was reasonable?
All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Great Millstone of Virginia, as always, to give you the latest news, article lessons through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But as always, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakar Kodesh. I want to say double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who are well of teaching of the truth. And of course, I want to say peace and blessings and salutation to the icon out there putting this truth throughout the four corners of the earth, sincerely to the best of their ability, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. With that, I want to say shalom. As you can already see through this video, with Damon Darling, as you can see, like you said, you brothers seen the video, but it's pretty much how, when you do something kindness for people, especially in these hard times, because, people are already in a weak state of mind. How everything's expensive. People can't afford to feed their families, their groceries, bills on high, and people and wages is not going up. And if it does go up, then everything else going up. But it doesn't matter, man, because we're in society, and the devil is gonna put a tight squeeze on everybody to the point that people are crashing out, man. But here you is, not sure if he's a Jake or not, but let's assume he's a Jake. You know what I'm saying? Because Esau wouldn't do nothing like this, But him doing this, for the kindness, of his heart, man, helping families out, and that's what gets attention. Technically, the scripture talks about if you're going to do something, something like this, or, you're supposed to put it in secret. See, what he messed up as that, even though, yes, what he did is good, but at the same time, though, we should have, if he was wise, he would have did this stuff behind the scenes and not make it known. So now that he's well known, now he's banned in Walmart. So if he try to do it somewhere else, like Target or any of these grocery stores, these other companies, they're going to ban him as well, to the point that he can't get no groceries anymore. Here it is. This is Matthew chapter 4, Matthew 6 and 4. And it says, right here, this is Matthew 6 and 3. This is right here. Let me see. And it says, but when thou givest alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doeth. That's right, man. Don't be opening worldly in front of the whole world to see. Yeah, it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like it's not truly sincere, and it seems like you're just doing it for clicks and views. That's what a lot of these YouTubers do. You know what I'm saying? When they give out these bread, and like you said, you do it openly, so that way you can get everybody to validate you, or you're doing something nice. But behind closed doors, he really don't give a damn. And there's been a lot of cases like that. But if you're truly sincere, you wouldn't have to pretty much, let the world know, man. The only person that should matter ultimately is Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man, that you're doing out of the truly sincere heart. So, like you said, so I don't know the man personally, but I guess, he's been doing it. So, kindness, heart is heart. So, and it says that thine alms may be in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret himself shall reward thee openly. That's what you're supposed to do, man. So that was the point on that. Now going back to Proverbs 12 and 10, but again, no matter how much you know what I'm saying, Jake has been trying to make the world a better place, and all this supposed to be free, man. But again, this is Job 9:24, that the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. Because you know what I'm saying, we're under this rule of the so-called white man. So when he sees something like that, he doesn't like that, man. He wants people to suffer. He don't care if what I'm saying, he gets money enough, but he likes to see the people struggle. You know what I'm saying? And Esau hates that, man, because he's not getting a profit out of that. So he's, what, if you keep doing that, and of course he likes to make excuses saying, well, he did all this other bullshit, but ultimately that wasn't really the case. This devil just hated seeing people be happy and be thankful, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the son of the wicked, man. He loves to see people poor, and in person, scripture talks about that. But let me get this right quick. This is Proverbs chapter 10, verse 4. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast. Yeah, man. So the righteous man, so he knows that, what I'm saying, even when he, before he, he kills the animal, he does it in a merciful way. All right. He doesn't do it in a brutal type of way where he's still alive and he likes to torture the animals and do everything, or, what I'm saying? He has compassion, man, because he know that has spirit in it, and that's life. And like I said, these animals feel. All right, but this damn devil, he doesn't abide by the laws, of course he doesn't abide by the laws of the Most High, man. That's what everything he does is over the deeds of the wicked, man. That's what a lot of animals have been extinct because of this damn devil. Poison the food, he poisoned the water. He defiled the Sabbath. But what? But the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. That's right. Well, he had these animals caged up saying that, oh, we didn't save him out the wild, that, that his survival chances will be a lot lower instead of just keeping him in the cage, which is a damn lie. Meanwhile, this damn devil stole these animals from their natural habitat from their families. All right. And then caged them up to be what? Used as what? Attractions. This is the damn devil, man, that we're talking about. The devil has no mercy, man. All right. So let me get this quick scripture right here. We're gonna get Haggai 1:6. It says right here, Haggai 1:6, you have sown so much, but bring in little. That's right, man. When you get your paycheck after being done taxed, you know what I'm saying? You barely get anything. You eat, but you have not enough. You drink, but you're not filled with drink. You clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to be put in the bags of holes. And that's America for you. And that's what it's, again, this is a prime example about, Damon, man, trying to help those people that have little, that can barely afford anything, man, out of the kindness of his heart, out of his own money. But when the devil sees that, he doesn't like that. So he's going to put a stop to that, man. So no matter how much you try to do what you can, is, ultimately, is null and void, man. But ultimately, this is the Most High that's really doing that. All right. The Lord can use, Scripture says, what? The man's goings off the Lord. How shall man know his way? So this is the Lord really doing this. So how much more in a time of trouble when the Lord going to care about his elect? This is the prime example of the devil. It says, Proverbs 22:22, says, rob not the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. For the Lord will plead their cause and will spoil the soul of those that spoil them. And this is the damn devil, man. So it's going to come to a time, man, when, he's probably going to have enough, man. Jake and next guy are going to be tired of you damn devils, man. All right? They're going to start fighting back, man. I'm telling you, in the kingdom, we're going to get your ass whooped. I want to get one last scripture before I end it on this. This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. And it says, when the righteous are on authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And as you can see, we know who's ruling right now. So the people are mourning. All right. But if the righteous were in authority, which is going to come to pass, all these nations, all right, going to rejoice, man. Because what? They're not under the rules, stipulations, and the guidelines, and the captivity of this damn devil, man. All right. All right, so with that, that was just pretty much it. Just wanted to let you guys know, man, about, you can do so much, but at the end of the day, all that's going to be coming on the void, man, because, again, as a matter of fact, let me get this correct scripture because I wanted to bring this up because I forgot about it. This is Jeremiah 51:9, and it says, "We would have healed Babylon, but she cannot be healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone to his own country, for judgment have reached unto heaven, and is lifted up for the sky." So, so no matter how much you try to, do goodness, kind as much as possible, and at the end of the day, all that's going to come to a naught, man, because it's come to a point where, if you don't have, his NWO set up and where you have to take the mark, man, all that's got, what I'm saying, all that, what he's doing is going to come in a void, man, because this is the end of his rulership, man. All right. So with that, hopefully brothers edified. This is Great Millstone, Virginia, as always, to give latest news, article, lessons of the spirit, and probably how about you, Shai. But as always, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushua, Bashim, Bakakwadash. I want to say double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And of course, I want to say peace and blessings and salutations that I came out there putting the truth throughout the four corners of the earth. Salute to the best abilities, get out the focus of the earth with them and say shalom.